I just came back from the UK, and I went to eat breakfast at this, like, little diner, and I said, can I have the number 2, please? And he went, do you want beans with that? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then he asked, oh, do you want bubble? What is bubble? What is bubble? And I was talking to a British friend, and then she goes, oh yeah, just like bubble and squeak. What? Bubble and squeak? Apparently, look it up. It's cabbages and potatoes. What are you doing? What is this country? What? And as I was sitting down to eat, a guy walked up to the counter, and the employee was like, oh, how was your day? And the guy goes, absolutely fucking terrible. Like, brother, it is 7 a.m. Like, what happened, man? And before I tell you more silly things about the English in the next minutes, I'm sorry to all English people who are watching this video. However, these are just some silly things I thought were silly. Okay, bye-bye. We did a tour at the Globe Theater. I'm not sure if you heard of it. And it was like a ghost and ghouls. And you know me, I love a good ghoul. And he starts off the tour by saying, ghouls do not exist, but ghosts, they do. I'm like, okay, man, false advertising. He takes us into, like, this alleyway, and he goes, like, he points to the right, and he goes, you might be able to hear the sound of a bear on your right side. And so we're all very quiet, creeping down the alleyway, and he, like, sneaks up behind us, and he goes, and since I am the resident genius boy, I know that that's not a bear, because it came from my left side. And then, without skipping a beat, this guy goes, sorry if I'm mumbling, I just fell out of a tree. No context given. Just, sorry guys, I recently fell out of a tree. Sorry if I'm slow. And then he beams away. As you can tell, this tour is a bit all over the place. But the scariest part had nothing to do with ghosts or even ghouls. It's when he describes in detail what will happen to your body if you jump into the River Thames. And he goes, when you jump into the River Thames, not if, when. And then he proceeds to describe in great detail how your body reacts to going in the river. Not gonna animate that. Not gonna even say. It just was like a great learning experience for us all. Okay, I'm not sure if I can explain this like in a perfect way, but it felt like going to the UK was like more foreign than going to any of the other countries I went to. Like, okay, hear me out with this one. In Italy, it was like, okay, they don't speak English, I don't speak Italian, there's gonna be a language barrier. In the UK, I was like, oh, they speak English. There's gonna be no language barrier whatsoever. How foolish. I thought that British English was similar, at least. No. I was like, I tied my shoe, like, on the street, and a bus driver just leans out the window, and he starts going, oh, you got it with me, man. You're gonna get with someone with me, man. I was like, what? What? But the strangest thing is, like, the place names. Granted, I am from Massachusetts, which is full of place names that we stole from the British, like Worcester and literally almost every other town. But some places in London were strange, like Elephant and Castle. What? Okay, actually I'm gonna look it up. The story goes that the elephant's tusks symbolize the ivory handles and the high regard in which the cutler's implements were held, while the castle illustrated the sheer size of the elephant. I have no clue what the hell that sentence just told me. Anyway, proves my point. Much like the Ghosts and Ghouls tour, this video is all over the place. So I'm gonna flip a coin to see what I talk about next. Okay, so we also went to France, and we went into the Versailles. That's it. And they go, you can take pictures, you can do whatever, and we did great. But we also went to Buckingham Palace, and they said, no photos, absolutely no video recording, and no audio recording either, just in case bad guys want to know what's inside. Anyway, here's a map with detailed descriptions of every single room in Buckingham Palace. Okay, go on, go have fun. That's it. Okay, let's flip a coin again. Oh wait, there's only 2 sides to a coin? I didn't even need to do that. We also went to the British Museum. Oh wait, I already played that song. We walk in, and it's like, welcome to the British Museum, guys. And we go to the Rosetta Stone, and it's like, wow. Egypt really wants this back. And we went into a bunch of different rooms, and I love how in every room there was at least like one person that was like, okay guys, this is what they stole from us. Okay, haha. And like, there was one guy, I forget where, and he was like taking his son around, and he's like, this is what they took from us, ha ha ha. And I could see his face get redder and redder as he like progressed through the exhibit. And at the end, he's like, okay, I think I need to go to the bathroom to freshen up. Like, he felt like all the rage, like, shake through his bloodstream. And guys, give some of it back, man. Like, you don't need all that. Like, how many pieces of art are in the British Museum? 8 million. Y'all, you guys don't need all that. Includes objects from at least 212 okay, according to the United Nations, there's 195 countries, but it says that it includes objects from at least 212 countries, which means the British are even stealing from the Martians too. Anyway, you guys don't need 8 million objects. You can give some of them back. There's 195 countries and many planets that you have stolen from. You guys have some to spare. That's all I'm saying. This is all I'm going into this. You guys have some to spare. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You can forget about like 4 million of those objects. You still have 4 million objects left. That is a lot. How many is 4 million? It's 4 million. See? Crazy. Okay, throughout this video, you might notice that my voice is changing, and I've made a lot of cuts. That's because I stepped 1 foot into England, and I immediately developed a respiratory illness. What? Like, I got back on Friday, and it's Monday, and I am very sick, and it's your guys' fault. That's it. Goodbye. And remember that if you want your tea, it's out of the harbor, mixed with molasses. Yeah, also, I know, like, tea is pretty good, and it's been good for my illness. And you guys mix milk and sugar with, like, your tea? No, this is a hill that I am willing to die on. Why? It doesn't even taste good. Maybe it's because I'm lactose intolerant. It just doesn't add any depth of flavor. All it adds is, oh my...